road to work. Blah 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 blah, and all that. So, like I've been saying, disinfotainment, scandal distraction. Oh, lovely. Our great militarized police officers. Public servants, yeah. Anyway, Storm Clouds Gathering put out a very interesting and accurate video yesterday. Sorry, I'm watching traffic. Got not heavy traffic, but busy traffic. Storm Clouds Gathering put out an interesting video last night, and it's really accurate. You know, it's what I've been saying, and it's basically this: that the Snowden thing. I mean, the only thing that Snowden did was he made stuff that anybody with any kind of attention span or any level of awareness already knew, basically, exactly what he had revealed. The only difference is that he made it mainstream, I guess. Man, it hurts. And so, like I say, the terrorists are the ones in charge of the war on terrorism. The traitors are prosecuting a war against the traitors. Prosecuting the war on traitors. It's obtuse. It's upside down ski. And it's a great big Titanic scandal distraction. It is diverting the public's attention away from the fact that we are going into World War III in the Middle East. That Russia and China are literally locking horns with the United States. And, you know, World War III's already started by proxy. All they really need is, you know, that the pretext cover to really light this thing off. And they might actually use Ed Snowden, the Ed Snowden fiasco as, you know, the pretext that they need. Because you got basically, you've got a man who is seeking asylum in two of the most totalitarian regimes on the planet from the so-called freest nation on the planet. It's so obtuse. I mean, it is so inside-out ski. I mean, it almost makes your head spin. Like, except if you've been paying attention, if you have any long-term memory at all, you'll know this is it's a Titanic joke. It is so cynical. I mean, just on the face level of it. I mean, even if you're dead asleep at the wheel, you have to admire the irony of it all. In is out, black is white, up is down, day is night. It's ridiculous. It's out of control. And if people aren't sensing, well, I think people are sensing that we are in trouble. I don't think they realize just how big the problem is and how much trouble we are really in. But people are sensing it. I mean, you know, what is it, 10 million guns being sold in the last year and a half, something like that. Just an outrageous amount of guns and ammo being procured by John Q. Public lately. You know, and like the biggest proponents for gun rights are the women, and for every good reason, man. These mama bears out there, man, they're like, nope, I'm not playing around. They're going to be packing. The police are going to try to do some out of control stuff. Well, not all the police. I think there's a point coming where a bunch of police, they aren't going to show up for work anymore. They're just going to stay home and protect their families. But there are others, the young douchebags who are looking to power trip. They're going to pull some stupid stuff, and they're going to get chewed up. They're just going to get chewed up and spit out by a mama bear. They're going to try to take advantage of some lady with 3 kids in the back of her SUV. They're going to pull her out. They're going to try to do something stupid, and they're going to get shot in the face, and then she's going to become the enemy of the state. And that's okay. That's all right. And it will just show the public just how out of control this has gotten. It'll all be caught on dash cam, and the police will use it. Instead of hiding it, the police will edit it and use it as the pretext they need to go after the patriot, and every mother in the country will be then labeled the terrorist, because we're just, it's a war against the survival instinct of not just America, but the world. So, kudos to the mama bears who have decided not to lay down and offer their children up to Molech, It's on, Forget about Tron. It's on like Rainbow Six Patriots. But yeah, I feel sorry for the dumbass douchebags who think they can prosecute a war against far greater numbers and far more resolve. There's a big difference between the level of intensity of somebody who's doing it for a paycheck and a pension than it is for somebody who's doing this as a point of pride, as a point of survival. I don't fight to win. I fight to live. That's what people are thinking. It's like, nah, no way. And there's far too few perverts and pedophiles out there to actually succeed in prosecuting a war. They will get chewed up and spit out if they're stupid enough to go along with these illegal orders. And the military and the police, they should know that. I think, the awakening is there. Like I said, most military and police will not go through with these illegal orders, and that's why the foreign troops are stationed here. That's why we've got the Germans, the French, the Belgians, the Russians and the Chinese all stationed in here, because I'll tell you what, the federal government's just going to hand all the equipment over to them to prosecute their queue. Because the American military ain't going to go through it. They're going to, no, this is my mom, this is my sister, these are my brothers, that's my dad, this is my grandpa and grandma. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And like I said, there's a few douchebags out there who just like to kill people, who just love the sheer psychopathy of slaughtering people. Doesn't matter if it is their mama. They'd sell their mama out for a dime. But once they're done slaughtering their own people, they'll be tapped in the back of the head as soon as the job's done. Because you know what? Even the power structure knows those people can't be trusted. So, all you douchebags out there who are really looking forward to prosecuting this war against your own people, fair warning. Once you're done carrying out your orders, orders will be carried out against you. But you probably can't think clearly enough to see past the end of your own nose. I personally know dickheads like that. You know, they are mercenaries. You know, they work for Halliburton. They work for Raytheon. They carry out the illegal child kidnapping rings for the UN. These guys do that, and they like it. You know. Now these are guys who would tell me some things, but they wouldn't tell me, you know, everything. They would tell me some things, and I would just turn around, you know, whenever they'd clam up, I'd say, "Don't worry, man. I already know what you're up to. I know you enjoy it because it makes you money. When the money doesn't buy you anything, you wish you had." You know, some people just have no conscience whatsoever. They just love the sheer exhilaration of blowing people's heads off. And the more innocent, the better. These people are real psychopaths. They are the lowest form of scum. Or the highest form of scum, depending on where they sit in the pecking order, as far as pond scum goes. Yeah, sometimes they drop me little hints, you know, "Hey man, I'm being sent to, you know, I'm being sent to the Golan, man. I'm gonna be handling a 50 caliber sniper rifle." It's like, that's great. Yeah, you're gonna be pecking people off from a mile away? Oh yeah, 2 miles, man, easy. Really? You're gonna be training anybody? Yeah, I'm gonna be training terrorists, man. Ain't that funny? Yeah, I won't call them friends, but I call them people I know. Anyway, yeah, everything's destabilized. And the bubble carts roll on. They roll on. Like deodorant. Anyway, yeah, it's out of control, folks. So just expect that anytime within the next week, something is going on. Even Lieutenant Colonel Potter is saying something's set to pop. You know, and every time I bring somebody's name up, I get shill this and COINTELPRO that. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. You're not in it. You're not in it to win it. You're just there to tear people down. So just go on tearing people down. I don't need to hear it.